Welcome back, dear friends, to Sachi Studio. Today I'm so delighted to invite you into a world of timeless romance and autumnal grace, a space where French charm meets seasonal elegance. Welcome to the French Chateau Autumn Feast Dining Room. Take a deep breath, because what you're about to see isn't just decor. It's a story whispered in color, light, and texture. Come with me as we step through the tall French doors into a dining room bathed in the golden hush of afternoon light. The air feels calm, touched by the scent of roses and eucalyptus, and the soft crackle of candle flames flickering beneath a crystal chandelier. Here, every detail celebrates autumn's quiet luxury. The richness of burgundy and deep plum, the softness of dusty blue and sage, and the timeless warmth of antique cream and gold. This isn't just a feast for the season. It's a love letter to beauty itself. The dining table, the heart of the room. At the center, an antique cream linen tablecloth lays the foundation, its lace overlay catching the light like morning frost on silk. Along the table, small painted pumpkins in gold, ivory, and dusty blue create a playful rhythm between floral arrangements of blue hydrangeas, burgundy roses, pale green eucalyptus, and dusty rose ranunculus. Pearl garlands and tiny crystal beads sparkle softly as tall gold candle holders lift slender white candles that glow like poetry come alive. Every plate tells a story. Porcelain dishes rimmed in gold, dusty blue napkins tied with delicate pearl rings, and on each plate, a mini pumpkin painted in tones of dusty rose, ivory, or gold. A charming surprise waiting for each guest. At the center of it all, a cake stand crowned with a tart, jeweled with edible flowers, and nearby, crystal goblets filled with figs, pears, and plums reflect the soft candlelight, a painter's palette come to life. Around the room, layers of romance. The chairs, dressed in ivory slipcovers, are tied with satin bows of burgundy and dusty blue, a simple touch that feels tender and thoughtful. Tiny gold maple twigs and baby's breath rest at the back, while plum and dusty blue velvet pillows add a whisper of comfort in the corners. Above, the gold chandelier gleams softly, its garland of dried twigs, hydrangeas, and roses twined between fairy lights and crystal drops. It feels as if starlight has descended into the room, gathering warmth and wonder in every glint of gold. On the wall, a large Baroque mirror reflects the flicker of the candles, doubling the glow, as if the room itself is smiling. Beside it, a console holds a tall vase, filled with dried golden twigs, blue hydrangeas, and deep burgundy roses. A still life that speaks the language of quiet opulence. The corners and the grounding beauty. At your feet, a classic patterned rug in burgundy, blue, and cream grounds the space, like a painting unfurled beneath the feast. On the floor, ivory and gold pumpkins nestle beside glass lanterns, their candles dancing gently beside vases of pampas, eucalyptus, and roses. It's in these corners, these small, intentional gestures, that the magic of the room truly unfolds, a perfect harmony between the rustic and the regal. As the evening deepens, the light turns honey golden, and the table glows like a dream. You can almost hear soft laughter, the clinking of crystal glasses, and the gentle rustle of lace as friends gather, surrounded by beauty, warmth, and love. This is what I adore most about design. Not perfection, but the emotion it creates. Each layer, each texture, each flicker of gold tells a story of gratitude and celebration. Thank you so much for joining me on this enchanting autumn tour. I hope today's French Chateau dining room inspires you to weave your own story of beauty, warmth, and creativity this season. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to stay inspired with more romantic home design ideas from Sachi Studio. And always remember, your home, your story, beautifully told.